Hey everyone, I'm Steve Bonneman. I don't know what I am. I'm the sort of head marketing guy slash commissioner-ish of Online Quiz League. And we're here today to bring you a new format, which is called OQL Pop Solos. It uses a format that comes from Britain called Mimir, and it is a individual buzzer-free quiz. All of the questions you hear today are going to be pop culture in one way or another. There's going to be some movies and some TV and some sports and some games and some music and all that cool stuff. There is not going to be any, questions about Roman history that aren't about Ben-Hur, if that makes sense. So that's what we're doing today. I'm joined by my four competitors, and they are AJ Mass.
Hello.
Pam Mueller.
Hi.
Jason Hess.
Hello.
And Colby Burnett. Some trivia mainstays here from different walks of life. Basically, the format works like this. Each player is going to get a batch of 3 questions. If they answer correctly, they get a point. If they answer incorrectly, it goes to the next player in order. In the beginning, that's just in seeding order. But as you guess, whether that's right or wrong, at other people's questions, you accumulate bonus attempts and you go to the back of the line for when those pass around. You will be able to track that on the screen, and the screen will tell you who the questions are going to next. So it's really easy to tell what's going on for both the players and the spectators. Anybody got any questions before we go? You'll also be seeing the other signature thing about this format, which are the quads. Every player is going to get 1 question on a very similar subject. So there's 15 kind of batches of 4 questions that we're going to be exploring today. And you'll just get to see them revealed as we move along. So that's fun. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. Everybody can see the score sheet, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
And nobody can see me poking around on my other screen? That's where the questions and answers are, so that would be bad.
No, Steve, we can't.
All right. Our first player for his first question is Colby Burnett. Players have 30 seconds to answer. I have a timer that I'm just using that's counting up. I'll give him a 10-second warning. And when it isn't your question, you have about 5 seconds to say whether you go for it or pass. So, all right, let's get started. Colby. The all-star director lineup of The Mandalorian includes which member of a Hollywood family, best known for acting roles in The Village, Lady in the Water, and both Jurassic World films?
Pass.
All right, Pam.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
It is Bryce Dallas Howard. She is one of the Mandalorian directors, and that is correct. Colby, the Arizona Cardinals have developed a reputation as the place running backs go to cash in on the back end of their careers. Which record-breaking rusher began this trend in 2003, running for the last 1,200-ish yards of his 18,000-yard career in the desert?
Smith.
Emmitt Smith is correct. I don't think you were just guessing Smith that time.
No, but I just wanted to see if it would work.
It worked. It worked. There's not another famous Smith running back, really, is the thing.
Timmy Smith?
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, yeah. It's not a running backs named Smith category. That's what we've learned. Anyway, Colby, question 3. What band lyrically rhymed the word orange with store in a 1993 hit? The topic in question was what substance a girl used to dye her hair, and the answer to that question was tangerines.
Oh, so Flaming Lips.
Flaming Lips is correct. That is the song She Don't Use Jelly. And we move on to Pam for her set of 3 questions. Pam, rated by Rotten Tomatoes as the worst in its series, in which film does the title character face Tommy the Machine Gun in a street fight, not in the ring, at the climax?
Rocky 4.
Rocky 4 is incorrect. AJ.
Rocky 5.
Rocky 5 is correct. Rocky 4 is Drago. Pam.
You can tell how many Rockies I've seen.
It's fair. It's fair. Pam, what Los Angeles landmark and club is a chateau-style house on Franklin Avenue in Hollywood? It has no visible doors, and a password must be spoken to an owl to gain access, and it is mainly for practitioners of a certain hobby.
Magic Castle.
The Magic Castle is correct. And What website includes Perry Bacon, Claire Malone, and Galen Druk as commentators alongside the site's founder? It moved from ESPN to ABC News in 2018.
Ringer?
No, Jason.
I think that's 538.
That is 538.com, correct.
You didn't want to let the question about ESPN properties go to the ESPN writer?
No, but you do
I
get...
thought about it.
I had no idea ESPN was ever involved in 538.
Yeah, they owned it for about 5 years there, and then they passed it off to the ABC folks. Yeah, they still do sports stuff. Their NBA projections came out today. Spoiler, they think Luka Doncic is very good at basketball. Anyway, AJ. Inca Brand is the main designer of Exit the Game, a series of one-shot board games which mimic what experience?
Escape rooms?
Yes. Good. What is the most commonly used superhero or supervillain name of the father of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in Marvel Comics? In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this relationship was ignored due to property rights issues, as the character was already in use in another franchise.
My own personal kryptonite is the Marvel Universe. Daredevil.
No, Colby.
Magneto,
Magneto is correct, yes, but not in the MCU movies.
Master of Magnet.
And finally, AJ. New Yen is the currency in which cyberpunk role-playing setting focused on a near-future dystopia. The name of the setting and game refers to data theft by computer hackers.
Pass.
All right, Jason.
A lot of close things in my head, but I'm going to pass. I can't zero.
All right, Colby.
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun
There it
is correct.
Yeah. Shit.
No, that is a very specific brand of nerd, right?
It is, yeah. Back-to-back nerd content for AJ there, and but he'll get the running backs eventually. So anyway, the first of Jason's 3 questions, correct?
Yep.
All right, on to the first of Jason's 3 questions. First, Simone Biles gives her name to a triple twisting double back tuck on what event? It is the second skill named for her in that event.
Vault.
No. Pam.
Floor exercise.
Floor exercise is correct. Jason. The non-Michael Stipe members of REM collaborated with which singer in the band Hindu Love Gods? His solo output includes Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner. Ten seconds.
I got nothing. Frank Murphy.
Nope. AJ.
Pass.
Colby.
Will also pass.
I
Pam.
will also pass.
All right, that is Warren Zevon.
Oh.
And Jason, which sandwich was served in packaging which keeps the hot side hot and the cold side cold, as sung about in an ad by a dancing Jason Alexander?
DLT.
The McDLT is correct. All right, after round 1, we have 4-3 to 2-2. Colby and Pam have 2 bonus attempts. AJ and Jason have 1, and nobody has missed any bonus attempts. And there was only one question that didn't get answered, and it was Warren Zevon. Colby. In 1945, which holiday classic was written by Jewish writers Mel Torme and Robert Wells? It began as a list of winter images to help them cool off in a hot summer, and was recorded by its most famous singer's namesake trio in 1946.
Right. this just the Christmas song?
It is, or the one that starts chestnuts roasting on an open fire, which is a
Yes.
holiday image. Though it wouldn't make me, the idea of roasting wouldn't make me cool
Yeah.
off, but whatever. Anyway, Colby rated by Rotten Tomatoes as the worst in its series. In which 2013 film does the main character track down his son Jack McClane in Russia?
A Good Day to Die Hard?
A Good Day to Die Hard is correct.
Nice.
And what is the most commonly used superhero or supervillain name of the father of Cable in Marvel Comics? In Deadpool 2, this relationship was ignored, probably due to complexity involving his comic book mother, Madeline Pryor, who is a clone.
So father is Cyclops.
Cyclops is Cable's father. That's correct. Pam, you're 3. Appearing in both School Days and Do the Right Thing with his wife Ruby Dee, what actor was MC of the 1963 March on Washington?
Ossie Davis.
Right. The All-Star lineup, the All-Star director lineup of The Mandalorian includes which multi-talented New Zealander, director of Thor Ragnarok, and winner of Best Screenplay for Jojo Rabbit?
What is his name? Not the name I'm thinking. His name is
Ain't it fun? 10 seconds.
no. Oh, Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi is
got
correct.
it.
I
It's one-
couldn't get Pita Tofatu Fuala out of my head, and I was like, no, he's the oiled up like Olympic guy. Like,
Oh yeah.
The
Tongan.
Tongan.
That'd be a funny. He should be added to the Mandalorian director lineup. To be honest with you, yeah.
he's
It's one
multi-talented.
cool thing about this format is you do get 30 seconds,
Yeah.
so that can sometimes come into play. During that time, by the way, I didn't mention this before. You can ask for repeats and stuff like that. After that time, you cannot. So if
Okay.
it's not your question, it's not your question. Tough nugs. That's how this format works. So
So
you can
somebody
do
else could ask for a repeat, like during
they can if they have tech issues, but not if
Okay.
they have to either have or pretend to have tech issues.
I see.
But
I think
that enables the quick pass where you're like, the heck with this, I'm not going to let them think. Like you can just be you have to let the whole question end, but you can just be like, "Phup." So that's one thing you can do in this format. That's
When the
kind of
football question comes my way.
fun. Yeah, I mean, although the answer the first time was Smith, so
Well,
I mean,
might
I'll
be
guess
worth it.
Johnson, and then
Yeah,
she
Lucky
gave the
Johnson.
first name for Davis.
I mean, but technically Johnson is another running back whose career.
there
I
are
will put- I will
there are quads, everyone.
So,
Yeah. Your last question. Abbreviated EP, what unit of currency worth exactly half a gold piece was deemed redundant in all versions of Dungeons and Dragons after 3rd edition? Its name comes from a real alloy of gold and silver.
Did you say EP as in Peter?
EP.
Gold and silver. I don't know. Elder Platinum.
Nice. No. AJ. Pass. Jason.
Those are electrum pieces.
They
Yeah.
are electrum pieces. Very good.
dude, way to redeem yourself, ass.
Yeah, very nice. All right, AJ.
Yeah.
The inescapable tabloid talk show genre of the 1990s and 2000s ensnared which comedian and author of He's Just Not That Into You, whose namesake show ran in 2006 and 2007?
Yeah, it's not coming to me. Pass.
Jason?
Is that Greg Barrett?
It is Greg Barrett. Very nice.
That's real good. That's real good.
AJ, what Soviet gymnast and star of the 1972 games gave her name to a move wherein the gymnast stands on top of the uneven bars, then does a backflip and catches the bar on the way down? It is now illegal to stand on the bars, partially to ban this incredibly dangerous move.
Corbett.
Correct. Olga Corbett. And the next All-Pro to sign for the Cardinals was which run-and-catch mainstay of the early 2000s, Colts triplets. He workhorsed his way to a couple inefficient 1,000-yard seasons with the Cards.
Can you repeat that?
Yes. The next All-Pro to sign for the Cardinals was which run-and-catch mainstay of the early 2000s, Colts triplets. He workhorsed his way to a couple inefficient 1,000-yard seasons with the Cards.
James?
Yes, Edgerrin James is correct. Jason. On his 2015 mixtape, Sorry for the Wait 2, which rapper rhymed orange with informant, foreman, and sparrin' on the track Trap House?
For the purpose of demo, I'll ask for a repeat.
Sure. On his 2015 mixtape, Sorry for the Wait 2, which rapper rhymed orange with informant, foreman, and sparrin' on the track Trap House?
Fetty Wap.
It is not. AJ.
Pass.
Colby.
Yes.
I
Bam.
will also pass.
That is Lil Wayne.
Ah,
Jason, one tradition at the Magic Castle involves a special room dedicated to Harry Houdini. What is this tradition, which occurs each year on Halloween?
like, oh man, which way to go? Okay, I will say a escape competition. Like, yeah.
No. AJ.
Seance.
Yes.
Oh
It is
yeah,
a seance.
that makes sense.
And finally, Jason, controversial in 2020, 5e was a new mascot for 538, which guided users through their graphics. What type of animal was 5e?
I just barely remember this controversy, but I have no idea. Where is it? Hi, I'm 5e. A mouse?
No. Colby.
Pass.
Pam.
A fox.
He was a fox.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
the logo, typically. Yeah, we have 7 to 6 to 5 to 4. Doesn't get much closer than that. I mean, but yet still distinct. Bonus attempts you can see. Colby has 2. AJ has 2. Pam and Jason both have 3. And we're back to the top with Colby. Colby, there are 3 skills in gymnastics named for a father and daughter pair. Father Valeri gives his name to a ridiculous triple tuck in the floor exercise. His daughter, who won the 2008 all-around for the U.S., gives her name to a balance beam skill. What last name do they share?
Johnson?
No. AJ.
Pass.
Pam.
Yukin.
Lukin. That is Nastia Lukin, daughter of Valery Lukin. Colby next. Ossie Davis served as the charming narrator of what sitcom that featured Burt Reynolds as a small-town football coach?
Pass.
AJ.
Evening Shade.
It was Evening Shade. Very nice. And finally, Colby. What 2019 Spiel des Jahres winning board game, designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, features a scissor-tailed flycatcher on its box cover?
Pass.
AJ.
Pass.
Jason.
Wingspan.
That is Wingspan, correct. Yeah, that is a very good game with very pretty birds. All right. Pam. The REM Warren Zevon band Hindu Love Gods may be best known for a cover of what song from the album Around the World in a Day? The song is from the perspective of a man who works part-time in a five and dime.
Raspberry Beret.
Correct. Which 1963 Christmas classic mentions scary ghost stories, a bygone Victorian tradition? It was penned by Jewish writers Edward Pola and George Weil to be sung by Andy Williams.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is the most wonderful time of the year.
I had to like
correct.
sing from Scary Ghost Stories and Tales of the Glories until I got to like the chorus.
All right. I have written this question for myself to read. You'll see why I might regret that in a second. It's not political reasons. Which artist said, "People say the word orange doesn't rhyme with anything, and that kind of pisses me off," in a 60 Minutes interview. He later included the lyrics, "Set to blow college dorm room doors off the hinges, oranges, peach, pears, plums, syringes," on the song Business.
This is Eminem.
It is Eminem. That's right. All right. Nicely done. AJ. The all-star director lineup of The Mandalorian includes which actor who plays Greef Karga on this series? His acting credits include a key role in the Rocky franchise and as Chubbs in Happy Gilmore.
Carl Weathers.
It is Carl Weathers. The ambassador for magic for the castle at one time in the 2000s, what magic trick enthusiast commissioned a Houdini aquarium for the castle, which fell quickly into disrepair? Mostly known for TV roles, this actor regularly performs magic tricks in interviews.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Correct. And name either sandwich that was a successor to the McDLT as a Whopper clone. One was abbreviated MBX, while the other persists in many markets. Both contained ketchup, mayonnaise, slivered onions, 2 dill pickle slices, leaf lettuce, and 1 tomato slice.
The McSpecial.
The McSpecial is incorrect. Colby. Pass. Jason.
Might as well shoot. I'll say Arch Deluxe.
No. Pam.
Pass.
All right, that is the McDonald's Big Extra, or the Big and Tasty, which you can still get in California, I think. Jason, your 3. What is the most commonly used superhero or supervillain name of the mother of Nightcrawler in Marvel Comics? In X2 X-Men United, this relationship was ignored, probably due to incompatibility in their respective roles.
Could you read the first line again? Sorry.
Yes. What is the most commonly used superhero or supervillain name of the mother of Nightcrawler in Marvel Comics?
This is bad for me, but it's like Mystique.
It is Mystique. Name someone who is also blue is the fundamentals of that question. Jason, the inescapable tabloid talk show genre of the 1990s and 2000s ensnared which middle initial bearing host of Temptation Island and Antiques Roadshow, who had his own show in 1995?
Pass. Quick pass.
Okay, Colby.
Pass.
AJ.
Pass.
Pam.
Pass.
All right, that is Mark L. Wahlberg.
I knew it. I just didn't remember the initial.
Yeah, you didn't have to know. You could have said Wahlberg. You would have been
Oh,
okay.
right.
I just didn't want to make. I wanted to make it very clear it was not Mark Wahlberg. But anyway, Jason, supplanted quickly by a similarly named runner, which former Titans speedster and long touchdown specialist ended his career with the Cardinals from 2015 to 2017?
Here's the Lucky Johnson. Chris Johnson.
It is Chris Johnson. He was supplanted by David Johnson. That's the Johnson versus Johnson controversy. All right, after round 4, Pam got real hot. We have 7-10 to 8-7. You can see how this can turn around quick. And Pam is in the lead. Colby, your 3. Another cover by Warren Zevon puts a sour take on which title track from a 1986 Steve Winwood album. The original included backing vocals by James Taylor.
Back in the High Life.
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, the song is called Back in the High Life Again. The album is called Back in the High Life, so I am absolutely not going to require that because that would be ridiculous. That is a very silly title convention they chose there. Yeah. Next, formerly sharing the limelight with 538, which New York Times website specializes in projections and statistics, including its fraught but famous election night needles?
Pass.
AJ,
Pass.
Pam,
I will also pass.
Jason.
Can't pull it. Pass.
That is The Upshot. And finally, Colby, the inescapable tabloid talk show genre of the 1990s and 2000s ensnared which former child star who once beat Donny Osmond in a boxing match? His namesake show ran from 1995 to 1996.
Pass.
All right, AJ.
Bonaducci?
It is Danny Bonaducci. That was one of the very early matches on Celebrity Boxing. Well done.
Yeah.
Pam, you're 3. Here it is. Only playing with the Cardinals for half of 2017, which running back was traded to them by the Saints. He had attained legendary status with the 2,097-yard season with his previous team and courted controversy for his methods of disciplining his children.
Yeah, I actually heard about that last part. Ooh. Lewis?
No. Colby.
Peterson.
Adrian Peterson is correct.
I was like, what's the next most common name in America?
You weren't too far off. Pam, what abstract game designed by Susan McKinley Ross uses a bag of tiles similar to Scrabble, but involves matching symbols and colors?
Oh, Quirkle?
Quirkle is correct. Very nice. And finally, what burger with the grown-up taste was introduced in 1996 as another McDonald's competitor to the Whopper? It had weird circular bacon and a potato bun.
The McGrown-Up?
No, it sounds like it has grown-ups in it. Colby.
Pass.
All right, AJ.
Pass.
Jason.
Is this the freaking Arch Deluxe?
That is the freaking Arch
Yes,
Deluxe. You are
okay.
correct. Well done. Well done. All right. Yeah. Bygone McDonald's sandwich squad here. This is what I was born to write right here. Anyway, AJ. Rated by Rotten Tomatoes as the worst in its series, though still bearing a surprising 78%. In which film does the main character meet his son Mutt and reunite with old flame Marion Ravenwood?
Ugh. That's Crystal Skull. Indiana Jones Crystal Skull.
Prompt.
Indiana Jones and the Curse of the Crystal Skull.
Incorrect, Colby.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Kingdom.
Yes,
there
I
you
could
go.
have accepted just Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones and the not necessary, but I didn't need the.
It's not worth repeating the title.
Yeah, just leave it.
Not. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go. I'm getting kind of hot. I'm gonna go jump in the fridge for a sec. Anyway, your next
Is
one.
anything.
That's not the most ridiculous thing that happens in that film.
It's really not.
Magnets.
All right, AJ. Extremely popular at the time, which musical artist did Eminem say he was dumb enough to ask for a date with on the 1999 track Role Model? Her name is rhymed with Store and Steal and Orange Bill.
I'm going to need you to repeat that one again, please.
Sure. Extremely popular at the time, which musical artist did Eminem say he was dumb enough to ask for a date with on the 1999 track Role Model? Her name is rhymed with Store and Steal and Orange Bill. Ten seconds.
Nope.
All right, Colby.
Yes.
Pam.
Lauren Hill.
Lauren Hill rhymes with Orange Bill,
Orange Bill.
theoretically. Yeah. Good job. And AJ, your last one here. A yacht is one of many things requested in which song written by Jewish writers Joan Javits and Philip Springer? Its most famous singer recorded it, backed by Henry Rene and his orchestra, in 1954. 10 seconds.
Pass.
All right, Colby.
Pass.
Pam.
Santa baby.
Very nice. She's getting them. Yeah, that's 6 for 6 on bonus attempts, which is real nice. Jason, you're set. Thought of as gold because they were abbreviated GP in older translations, what 3-word term is the main currency in the majority of Final Fantasy games?
It's a 3-word term.
3-letter term.
Oh,
3-letter
oh.
term. I am so sorry
Oh,
about that.
oh,
Yes.
Okay. And this is still a bad area for me.
3-letter term. Sorry. 10 seconds.
I don't. GYP. I don't know.
No. Colby.
Gil.
Gil is correct. Gil. Gil.
Oh.
Next, the all-star director lineup of The Mandalorian is led by what creator of the show, whose directing credits also include Zathura, as well as the Lion King and Jungle Book films for Disney.
I've not watched a single episode.
You're missing out.
Yeah, I know. It's on the never-ending list, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The entertaining Star Wars thing that has happened in 40 years. Got it.
You got 10 seconds. Sorry about that.
That's all right. The directed The Lion King.
5 seconds.
It was.
Have to pass you.
Yeah, pass. That's fine.
AJ.
Favreau.
John Favreau is correct. Yep.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, oh, that does make sense now. Okay.
And Ossie Davis was an elderly man who claimed to be John F. Kennedy in his role in which the 2002 film that also featured Bruce Campbell.
Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep, the much
So you're the other person that saw that.
much beloved Bubba Hotep. I love that movie. It's
No,
really
I like it too, but it's really under the radar.
It was very, very cult, very cult. All right, so we have 11, 13, 10 to 9 going into round 5. This is a fairly typical score. 15 all is the best you can do. So, people are doing quite well here. And we're not losing many questions. Jason's had the toughest seat thus far with 3 X's. Hopefully we can fix that.
I noticed.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, Colby, 3 duos have won the Magic Castle's Magician of the Year award twice. Which of these duos hosts a show called Fool Us?
Penn and Teller.
Yes. Used to make purchases in locations such as Kakariko Village, what game currency ended up with a name similar to a global currency, but may have begun as a corruption of a precious gem?
I'm gonna have to. I need to repeat.
Yep. Used to make purchases in locations such as Kakariko Village, what game currency ended up with a name similar to a global currency, but may have begun as a corruption of a precious gem?
So that sounds like fraudable. Rupee.
Rupee is correct. Yes, the rupee from The Legend of Zelda. And finally, the first sandwich of the Doomed Deluxe line was which one? Which used low-fat beef and augmented the meat with carrageenan, leading to it being derided as the McSeaweed. I didn't hear what you said.
Pass.
Pass.
I don't know
AJ.
the real answer.
AJ.
Pass.
Pam.
Pass.
Jason.
Pass.
That is the McLean Deluxe.
Oh.
The very highly failed McLean Deluxe. All right, Pam. Everybody. All right. Not everybody loves McDonald's bullcrap as much as I do. That's fine.
Yeah.
Pam, you're up. The inescapable tabloid talk show genre of the 1990s and 2000s ensnared which girl group member who once had a televised gastric bypass, whose namesake show ran from 1995 to 1996?
Wilson.
Carney Wilson is correct. Very nice. What is the most commonly used superhero or supervillain name of the stepbrother of Professor Xavier? In X-Men The Last Stand, this relationship was ignored, probably due to the fact that this character was not explored in great depth.
I have no idea. Havoc.
No. AJ.
Pass.
Colby.
Yeah, it's the Juggernaut.
It is the Juggernaut.
Whoa.
Finish that quote yourself. Yep.
Nope. 15-year-old
Kate
me.
Marco
I'm
is
bringing
his
it back.
stepbrother. Absolutely.
Bringing it back.
All right. And Pam, the leader of the USA's Magnificent Seven, what gymnast gives her name to, and I quote, a cast to handstand with 1.5 turn after handstand to mixed L grip on the uneven bars? She won 5 medals in 1992 and 2 golds team and beam in 1996.
Shannon Miller.
Shannon Miller is correct. Very nice. AJ. Zevon's final album, The Wind, recorded after his cancer diagnosis, included a somewhat morbid cover of what Bob Dylan song, also covered by Guns N' Roses?
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
That is correct. Both 538 and The Upshot are popular users of what technique? The display of complex information in digestible graphics. Edward Tufte is an important scholar in this general field.
Repeat that, please.
Yeah. Both 538 and The Upshot are popular users of what technique? The display of complex information in digestible graphics. Edward Tufte is an important scholar in this field. Ten seconds.
Graphic arts.
No. Jason.
I wonder if there's a couple acceptable answers here, but I'm going to say information design.
Prompt.
Infographics.
Yes.
Nice.
Data visualization is the other.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes. And AJ.
Hmm?
Ossie Davis's last role was on what premium drama where he struggled to accept his daughter Betty, or Bet, played by Jennifer Beals?
The O word.
Yes. Very nice. Jason. Last 3 coming. All
Mhm.
gets dramatic here. Thankfully, the word tinkle was substituted for a material in the title of what song by Jewish writers Jacob Livingston and Ray Evans? It soon appeared in the Bob Hope film, The Lemon Drop Kid.
I need to ask for a repeat one more time because I've
That
got
is
2 thoughts.
no, it is normal to ask
Yeah.
for repeats.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the word tinkle was substituted for a material in the title of what song by Jewish writers Jacob Livingston and Ray Evans? It soon appeared in the Bob Hope film, The Lemon Drop Kid.
Silver bells.
Silver Bells is not called Tinkle Bells.
No.
And
Well,
we're
I was
all-
like, and I was like, wait a minute, but this isn't Jingle Bells, right?
Yeah.
That's way older. than
Nope.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
right. It would have sounded too
Yeah.
much like Jingle Bells, and also apparently Ray Evans's wife was like, "You know what tinkle means, right?" 'Cause in the 50s, that wasn't as well known, perhaps. Anyway, Jason, what author is the inspiration for the setting of Mansions of Madness and other games by Fantasy Flight Games? Nikki Valens was one key designer of these games during her time with the company.
Sounds very Lovecraftian, so I would say H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft is correct. Oh, if we could get 12, 13, 14, 15, I'd be so happy. Jason, don't let me down here. Or at least
Fucking feed it to me.
AJ can get the bonus too, and we could have it too. So that'd be cool. Rated by Rotten Tomatoes as the worst in its series, though still bearing a fresh 66%. In which 2013 film does the dark elf Malekith of Svartalfheim turn an infinity stone into ether? A subtitle or number is required.
Thor: The Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World, or I can accept Thor 2 because people call that movie Thor 2 all the time, so I'm okay with that.
I call that. I skipped that. That's what.
Yeah, I haven't seen that or Iron Man 3. Those are the only 2 I haven't seen.
I've seen
Again
Iron
with the
Man
Marvel.
3. You don't
Again,
need to.
sorry, AJ. Again with the Marvel. Yep, and on a packet with a gymnastics quad and some other things, we have a winner, which is Pam Mueller, who defeats Colby Burnett in second place, Jason in third, and AJ in fourth. What's cool about this format too is actually first matters, second matters, third matters, fourth matters, because those determine your rankings moving forward. So next week, the person who finished first would move up. The person who finished second would move up, but less. The person who finished third would move down a little bit. The person who finished fourth would move down. So over the course of the season, you'll get sorted into playing people who you're really on the same level with. Although today, obviously, everybody was pretty close to the same dang level. And I really appreciate everyone's efforts today. Y'all did great. So yeah, thanks for sharing that with us. Several of them are going to be joining the Pop Solos League. I know Pam's going to be a reader for us, which is awesome. And thank you very much for playing today. We will see you around.
This is a super fun game.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Nice
love
job running it.
Mimir's. I think getting to find out what the quads are going to be is a little bit like Christmas, because you get that rolled out over time and you're like, ooh, a quad on. Today there was one on a subject that really helped me against two extremely good players in my Mimir that I played. So I was very happy with that. But anyway, thank you all very much. It was not about McDonald's burgers, I will say that. Yeah, we will see you around. Please sign up for this by the end of December. There will be lots of sign up links everywhere you see this video. So come check us out. $20, you get 5 of these plus playoffs. It's going to be sweet. We're going to have a great time this season. So bye, everybody.
All right. You do.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.